Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and this time we are talking about Venom from the Spider-Man 2 video game. Now, he's already unboxed. I did some videos of the unboxing and I've been having a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing videos like this, but mostly it's probably gonna be the whole unboxing experience. But this guy, he's been sitting in my room for a couple of months and the box was huge and I knew it was gonna be a big figure. But it was time to clean that section of the room, and I was like, okay, I want to. One of the things was the box, an enormous box he was in, and one of the things I was just like, all right, I know what's in that box, let's unbox it. So here he is. This guy is on paper 22 inches tall. Now at the moment, he's not gonna be 22 inches tall. He comes in at 20 and a half. So just to give you an idea, this is 20 and a half, but he's not fully standing erect. He's actually bent around the knees just to be able to pose him here. We'll talk about the accessories that he comes with, but I also want to give you kind of, as we go along, my experience so far when it comes to the figure, kind of what I've enjoyed about the figure. Should you pick it up or not, you know, and maybe some tips about if you do pick it up, what to do. So the figure is big. Let's just cover that. It's enormous. I've seen it in videos, I've seen it in reviews, and I've seen other people talk about how big the figure is, but look at your collection. Measure 22 and 2 feet. Measure 2 feet roughly of where you're gonna put this figure in your collection. So if you have detolfs like I do, he does not fit unless you start removing some glass to be able to make him fit, and that would be the option. Now, I've tried that. We're still a bit, it's still a bit of a problem in figuring out where I'm going to put him, but overall, I've been having a lot of fun with the posing. Let's talk about the accessories that he comes with. So his Venomized symbiote accessories are gonna be just a few. These are the back pieces that get attached to his back, and these have a little plastic, which you gotta be very careful. I've broke some of these, not this one, but in other figures, kind of handling this type of option that you just put in the back. Now, I wish it had some kind of magnet. I don't know if there would need to be a very strong magnet to be able to put these in the bag, but they're not. They still haven't done that in these figures. And so this is about, what, a 2025 figure? And they haven't been able to do that. I think this is the better way for them to figure this out or do this. But yeah, these are the ones that he comes with. It's not the only two options he gets. It looks very simple when you do add that accessories towards the back. It doesn't really make too much of a presence. We've seen other Venomized symbiote figures, like a Venom pool that I have, that has these, like, I guess tentacles, or the symbiote kind of like be able to move or bend. I wouldn't bend these. I would not, because it feels like it's gonna break. Now, these two other accessories can be put over his forearm, both forearms, or you can put them just over his, like, kind of like wrist. And then you can also attach these to his legs or around his calf, you know, lower legs. So also being very careful, but I do like these a bit more because I can see him just kind of using these a little more, at least you using these or me using these when I'm posing the figure or just changing the look of the figure. I'm not too afraid of the bending of the materials of this figure. I do feel like if I don't take care of it, if it's too hot or just the sun hits it, which luckily we've blacked out this room, so there's no issue with that. Yeah, it's probably going to cause some issues, but we're not putting it near any sun, so I don't see me having any issues with this figure. I say this, but hopefully we're not making a video later on saying, oh my gosh, this thing is broken. But yeah, these are these other accessories that he comes with, and these are little things that you need to pop off from the back to be able to attach those two. And those are really small. They're easy to pop off, very easy. Now, when it comes to his hands, he's got 3 interchangeable hands, he's got the closed fist, which is super cool. Very simple. You're gonna use this probably quite often just to simply, like, give it a simple figure, simple pose. He's got the open hand gesture. I like these the most because You can add a little accessories to his palm. You can make him look like he's kind of reaching out to you, make him hold something. So I really like this open palm figure hand on the figure. And then you got this like super Venomized, symbiote out, aggressive, very sharp hand with the claws really sticking out. So I like this one too. As you can see on the figure right now, we have 1-in-1 when it comes to them. Just to kind of show you like my favorite also, but this does really work. It's a little bit heavier on the figure, and it does make where you kind of have to bend the knees, lean them back to be able to pose this. Now, you can drop this down and it shouldn't be a problem, but that's what he looks like with 1-in-1. Now let's grab the figure, let's talk about it. It's, like I said, it's heavy, it's big, it's tall. It's got interchangeable heads. So we're gonna see this. We're gonna see 2 interchangeable heads, and this is magnetized, something that I would have loved to have towards the back of the figure. And it's got 2 interchangeable heads, very easy to just swap off. The tongues are also magnetized, because you can see a bit more of a screaming aggressive look on it, and you can interchange all 3 tongues on this figure, which is extremely cool. You can have them with no tongue, you can put them with this short tongue. The longest tongue is this one, where I'll use the smaller mouth piece to show the longest tongue. I like this be with the close, almost semi-closed mouth, because it really makes the tongue pop out. So if that's the goal, I like with the tongue being bent. It does offer a extra look, and this one is more like lengthy, like the tongue is towards the person looking at the figure. So I like that one too as well, but this is my favorite. The short one is kind of cool. Like I said, it just gives it like a very like, I don't know, simple expression. The short's kind of nice. If you have them in a detolf and the figure's kind of tight, a tight space, you're gonna want to maybe keep the short one on them. So yeah, when it comes to interchangeable tongues, 3 of them, interchangeable heads, 2 of them. The base plate is very simple. It's very wide. It's got the Spider-Man 2 logo there at the bottom. It's got his spider logo on the top of it. It says Venom right there at the bottom. It's plastic. It's got a like pull. The pull is very strong. I've already kind of like, not necessarily bent the figure, but tested the weight of the figure to see how far in he goes. So that's been kind of cool. But overall, the accessories that he comes with, that is it. That's everything to talk about. Now, I've set this up separately, and I think I enjoy this. This is not part of them, but I do want to talk about it because we do have the Venom and Spider-Man from the comic books insert on there, and we have this blacked out. I did put a little piece of tape here to hide where this base actually came from, but I like this. I kind of like this. Obviously, Venom overtowers over this part, but for photos or just kind of illustrations and just to show a bit more of the figure and just maybe just like I had it on the side. Seems like a pretty cool setup to do. If you want to copy it, it's very cool. This is part of the Hano Studios pieces, and there's so many. As you start collecting Hano Studios, you'll end up with a couple of extras, and you kind of don't know what to do with them. So this is a good example of what to do with it. But yeah, this is simple review, simple just, you know, conversation about the Venom from the Spider-Man 2. Very large figure, love it. And yeah, I'm still, like I said, still trying to figure out where we're gonna put it, but I think overall I've been having a lot of fun. I think for now we're just gonna leave it on its own standing. I'm a bit afraid that the figure may tip over because he's so big, but I think if we manage to put him in the right spot, it should be really good to go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but I'll see you guys on the next one.